All right, hey guys. Here's your review video for tomorrow's assessment. So, biggest thing I can tell you is probably 85% of the test you have already seen through the do nows. So make sure first and foremost you study your do now questions. That's where the majority of the questions will come from. And I'm going to tell you I did not change any of the wording or really anything else with it. Know the scientific method, be able to identify the steps. So I give you, just like I did on one of the do nows, I give you the background of a story. You have to go through it. You also have to just put the steps. I give you the steps. I give you 7 of the steps of the scientific method. I know there's only 5, but you have some wiggle room here that you need to put them in order, not based on the story, based on how the scientific method should be done in order. Okay. So that's the piece of the scientific method that you need to know about. And then I give you like the little snippets where I'll say, you know, this and this and this happened, and you need to decide. It's just like the first do now that you guys had. You need to decide what it goes to, and what step of the scientific method is it. And you have to defend your choice using the keywords to be able to defend your choice. All right. And then there's another section in the first 2 sections. There's another section where you're dealing with independent dependent variables. There's an experiment that is being done, and you have to determine what the independent variable is, what the dependent variable is, what's the control group. If there is one, you have to identify it, and you could do you have to determine and think it through what could have been done better in the experiment itself that will allow for the data to be better used. Then there's a multiple choice section. Each question's worth 2 points. There's 22 of them. It covers the metrics. It covers the SI. It covers the data types. Let's see, precision, precision and accuracy, a hypothesis, and you have to determine what would be the best piece of evidence that would support that hypothesis. Again, more data, significant figures, one multiple choice question on that. Remember what the goal is of all the scientists. What else? Let's see. The metric system itself, talking about the metric system, talking about scientific laws, scientific theories. What are they? And what are the rules in terms of significant figures when you are doing like math problems, addition and multiplication and division and subtraction. Then there's the metric conversion, where you have to put the number in where it's supposed to start. And you're given a measurement, there's the number, and then there's the unit that it starts at. So remember, if there's only one letter, it starts at the base. If there's 2 letters, you got to figure out where it's going to go, if it's lowercase, where it goes, or if it's uppercase, where it goes. And then you're given numbers that you got to convert into scientific notation. And then numbers that you have to convert back into standard notation from scientific notation, and then significant digits. Tell me how many there are. Remember the rules that if there's a decimal at the end, remember they all count. If there is not a decimal at the end and there are zeros at the end, then they do not count. And remember, with decimals, zeros right near the decimal, if it's less than 1, are not significant. They are just placeholders. I'm going to be honest, it's easy. You guys should get a layup out of it as long as you study the do nows and go over the review sheet that I gave you guys. In terms of know the different types of data, scientific data, which are qualitative. Those are the qualities that you can actually describe. Nominal and ordinal. Quantitative is discrete and continuous. Remember, discrete are the counting numbers. Continuous are the breakdown of decimals and fractions. In nature, you have experimental data, which is the data that you get from the measurements during the actual experiment itself. the data from around us. And why is this the most dangerous type of data? Because it can be part of a bias, and that you could slant the data to fit the needs that you want it to fit. And then finally, you have the computer science data, which is the character, which is just one, then a string of multiple characters, then the integers, which are the numbers, float, which is the decimals, and the Boolean, which is the YNTF answers. That system, know why it came about. You don't really need to know that, so to speak. But no, oh, sorry, in terms of magnitude, which one has the biggest number? And remember, it's opposite. So if it's got a really big number, or it has the largest number in the whole line, it's probably the smallest measurement. And then the smaller number in terms of magnitude, how much of something, will be the largest in terms of measurement. So think about that and make sure you know that. Make sure you know the SI labels for measurements. Be able to convert on the next line. Did not give you any convert metric like meters to feet or anything like that. I didn't do any of that. Because remember, I told you, I give you guys the packets. They're going to be specifically harder than the test itself, because if the packet is harder, it prepares you for the test better. And then when the test is easy, you're able to gain some confidence and go forward from there. You got to be able to put standard notation numbers into scientific notation and vice versa. Know which way the decimal is going to be moving with a positive exponent and a negative exponent. Be able to describe significant digits based on the rules and how many significant digits there are. So, I mean, it's really pretty self-explanatory. So you guys should, like I said, you guys should kill it. Read the do nows. Think about it when you're reading the questions. Don't just jump at an answer. Think it through. All right. Everybody is reporting to room 103 tomorrow. So pattern 2, you guys are going to 103. You'll be in with the AP Bio kids. Pattern 7, you come just like you normally do. Other than that, I'm not in the office. I'm not in the building when you guys have class. I might be back towards the end of the day, like by pattern 8. I am going up to Notre Dame High School up in Lawrenceville to talk to their curriculum director and get a tour and see what's going on up there and how they're being successful. So, questions. If you have any questions that you want to ask me, you can shoot me a DM through Google Classroom. You only have the pattern to get this done. So don't come in screwing around and all the other things. Make sure that you are ready to go as soon as the bell rings. All right. So after that, good luck. You guys will be fine. Like I said, I literally just had the test in my hand and went over it and went over the review sheet. So just keep that in mind, and you should be fine if you go over your do nows and just take your time and finish the assessment. All right. Peace.